All right. Welcome to Inside the Huddle, brought to you by Romo Athletics and powered by the Raw Athletic Booster Club. I'm your host, Tom Brown, and today, once again, we got Bulldog football coach Derick Heflin.
How we doing, man?
Doing great, man. Hey, so team meal tonight, was it family meal, mom meal? What was it tonight?
On senior night, we invite all the senior parents to come. Colton's sponsored the meal, and then the Magnolia House, which is Coach Booth and his wife, provided the dessert, and then we had gift bags for the seniors from Home Sweet Home and In Full Bloom. So it was nice, and then they took them down, but we had the seniors all had their posters up here a second ago. It was just kind of have a nice little family meal for senior night and get everybody in here and recognize those guys, because it's senior night's always one of those things. It's kind of tough because hopefully it's not their last home football game, but it's their last scheduled home football game, and that's something you take away with and you remember for sure.
Oh, definitely. That's exciting. Again, heck of a year so far. Sitting at 5-3. Big day tomorrow again with senior night. We got Parkview coming in. Former Ozark Conference kind of rival on that. Not really rival, but the team we face a lot familiar.
The team we're familiar with. Yeah.
So that kind of helps out. Then you have, but we have a day off school. We've already talked about that.
Yes.
Changes up things a little bit.
Yeah.
But before we jump into the next week, we do have to soak in some of this. So that was third win in a row.
Yes.
And we were talking about beforehand that Central was they're coming in winless. We knew they had some ability to make some big plays, but that's easy, especially after the couple big games we've had where we had really showed some dominance and we're having a lot of fun. The boys are on a roll. Real easy to overlook them. And man, we did not overlook one thing about them, man.
Yeah, no, and that's and just the way I'm wired. Every game you get anxious and you're always worried of just anything can happen, and then the ball gets kicked off and you hand it off to Mason and he goes untouched for 65 yards, and then after that, we had a few little things here and there, but for the most part, we did what we needed to do, took care of business, and when you can tell the starters, hey, I think we let our defense play a drive in the second half, and the offense, hey, you guys are gonna go cheer your teammates on. That's a great feeling to have, and the guys to handle business, took care of things. Everybody gets to play. Those are always fun nights when you get those JV guys that do all that stuff and kind of don't get to see the lights of Friday night to get them involved and get them a chance. And we got a couple. Cameron Moore got his first varsity touchdown. Sean Cahill got his first varsity touchdown. Those are fun things. We got some of the guys that only play defense, some touches and some carries, and I think it was a good night. But we came out in that first half and handled business the way we need to handle it, and I was proud of our effort and the way we took care of it.
Yeah, 11 players carried the ball.
Yeah.
11 players carried the ball, and that's tremendous. And of those, again, 5 of them are your starters, and everyone got their opportunity to do that, and continue to move and get a couple touchdowns, like you said.
Yeah.
Just such a great moment. And so you start off with Delegars again and start again, just boom, just exploded and gone.
Yeah.
And then was a 3 and out after that, right, for them, I think.
Yeah.
And then did we get the touchdown reception? For Cam, was that the second?
Yeah, I think Cam was the second one, and then when they stopped us on the third one because we had the motion penalty, whatever you want to say, and then after that, then the CP bubble lateral, that exactly how we practiced it since we put that in. Hey, drop it, let it bounce, pick it up, and then take it to the house. And then he had the punt return, and he had explosive, and we try, when you broke it down, kind of everybody had the touches they usually had, just divided by half because we got to play half the game. And but that first half we were clicking and doing some things, and we also got to work on some things that we had experimented with a couple things, put new plays in, different way to call plays. Friday night that we got to practice in a game situation that we hadn't before, so those were good things. The big thing I wanted to do was be able to run the ball out of our shotgun sets because we practice it every week, and then we scored too quick, and those opportunities like, oh, okay. I think the Delegard's second touchdown run, I said, hey, I just want to get a first down, and then we'll see, we're going to go into this, and he went 61 yards, I think, that time, and it was like, all right, okay, well, I guess we'll keep practicing at practice, and hopefully we get another opportunity to do it. So,
and I think he reversed field on that too, didn't he?
Yeah.
And I mean, but again, the guys kept blocking, and kept getting there. Now again, he did a lot on his own too, but downfield blocking was great. They provided holes. They allowed him to go through it. Jack had some tough runs. Emery had tough runs. it was just other, and like you said, the CP one where he took 69 yards of passing away because he was back 1 foot longer.
Yeah.
That's you joke about that, but it was a kind of the backward lateral pass, and to get him the ball in space, allow him to make decisions, and wow, did he make a decision?
And that's he had his third punt return for a touchdown, and that's even you're playing some teams that are struggling, but he had the two against Kelly, but still to have that ability, and those guys do a good job setting up blocks, and kind of like you're just talking about with Della Garza on the Rockets and the sweeps. We just tell those guys get a body on a body and just let them do their thing, and in them in space they can do some special things.
And so with again big play, big night with Della Garza, not a lot of touches, 3 touches, 129 yards. And that was with the 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And he got an interception.
And they had 31-yard return. It was pretty special. He's the big dog. He earned it. That was the thing after the game. Was like, dude, I know you were way over 100 yards. And then I was trying to think in my head, did you really only touch the ball 3 or 4 times? And he had a night. It was for sure.
Yeah, it getting us started too. So that's the big lots, big dog. Thank you, Brian Clark, for that. Well, I think we had him for 4 carries on 3 carries. I can't remember what it was. 139 yards, 34.8 yards a carry.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh! And then he had the 2 touchdowns. Had the interception on defense, which was great. Again, just making plays, and he's been doing such a great job on defense, coming up making some of those tackles and stuff as well. So, congratulations to Mason. Again, got it started for us. And I mean, the thing was, you had so many people. Jack had a touchdown, Hayden had a touchdown, CP had his 2 touchdowns, Cam Brown had a touchdown reception, had another big pass.
Yeah.
Just a lot of good things there. You had Trutt and Reedy again with 8 tackles.
Yeah.
I mean, just. And again, what we said, they're not. That's essentially a half of the series.
They're playing a half of the game. Yeah, really. So all those stats, you could, I guess, theoretically multiply by 2, and that gives you what would happen in a full game. But and then that's the good thing too was the JV guys went in and they got 1 on us. But those JV guys, if you look at the score, it was 2 touchdowns to 1 in the second half, and that was with those JV guys. And that was a positive I saw. They got into action. They got some understand what a Friday night looks like. We had a few false start penalties where our snap count was off, but they got that rolling and got it fixed, and they did a good job of hitting some stuff and doing some things. And for the most part, they got some stops, and I was pleased with their performance. Yeah,
I think overall just a great night. We had 1 turnover, no punts, so that was kind of again just kind of had it moving. 355 yards of rushing. So that was great to see. I'd say that 444, that's your highest.
I think it's the high, yeah.
And again, 60. Is it 60 to 15? Was that the final score?
Yes.
Yeah, man, it just happened so quick. You're seeing that the kids, and again, it's always fun when you're winning, but it's a different type of fun they're playing with right now. And then you've seen the last few wins that they've had. They're just playing it's just loose. The way they're approaching it, you see it before the game, the way they're moving, everything about it just seems like, okay, it's clicking. They understand now. They're bought into how it's going.
And that's its thing. It's just confidence, momentum, and tomorrow night we have a chance to flip our record from last year. And to me that's a big step forward. We were at the end of the regular season last year. We were 3-6, and went and played Camden. And this year we have a chance to be 6-3, and Camden come here and play us. And that's going to be a big measuring stick. But we've come a long way here, and it's just we got to keep working and keep grinding and keep doing it and leave a benchmark for these 13 seniors for the kids to follow them of what we need to do and how we need to get there and all those things. So it's a big night tomorrow night, and we just got to stay make sure we play or we are where our feet are and don't look past them because our guys understand Camden is week 10, and they have. Those guys want to go play Camden, but we got to take care of Parkview first, and that's been the message all week. Coach Hughes had that on his hat. TCB, take care of business, and then that's been the message and the goal all week is we got to take care of business, be where our feet are, and take care, let the seconds and minutes take care of the seconds and minutes and days and weeks take care of themselves, and that's just where we got to be, and that's what we got to do, and I think we've done a good job this week of that. So hopefully it all comes together tomorrow night.
So Parkview last week took on Hillcrest.
Yep.
Beat them 38-35 in a close one. We talked about last week that we played Hillcrest in week 2, beat them 30-20.
Yeah.
And again, it's a score that doesn't quite, I know there's a lot of things you wish you could have had back on those things. So what do you see about Parkview? I know they got a nice running back, nice receiver. They got some explosive ability. just by showing them putting up 38 points.
Yeah, no, they have a receiver when you turn on the film every week, he's making plays, and if they can get in the ball, he can do some special things. So we've had to adjust our coverages a little this week. And then they have a tailback that is explosive, and they get in the eye and do some things. So it's something we're going to have to be sounding up front. They're huge. I mean, look, we got the roster and looking at they're going to have some big old boys. And we've talked about it all year. We're not the biggest team, but we run the ball and we play great defense, and that's what it's got to be. And you watch the Hillcrest game; it was a real competitive game for them. I think that we just got to make sure that we limit their big plays and make them drive the ball, and us just keep doing what we're doing and keep playing with the confidence and momentum we got, and we should be able to be successful. And then that's all we can ask, and go out there and just fight for 48 minutes and send these seniors out with a good senior night memory.
Yeah, this is definitely not the same team that we saw at the early part of the season, which is what you've been talking about every week.
Yeah.
Build on it, build on it, build on it. Every week he found things. Even in those losses, he found ways to build on it, grow from it, and put him in a good position to win. Really excited about seeing him again. We're on a 3-game win streak coming in. Got Parkview Friday night, tomorrow night. Senior night festivities will begin around 6:27, 6:25.
Yeah.
So make sure you're here early. Give the seniors some great appreciation for everything they've done through the years here at Rolla High School. Then the kickoff will be 7 p.m. Again, love to have you up here at the field. If you can't get there, you can be listed on 104.5 or 104.9. Both those radio stations will have it. Watch it on I believe the Misha.tv site. We'll have that.
Yeah, this will be the last week. It's free, I believe.
Yes. Yeah. After that, it goes into district activity, and Misha would like to collect their pay on that. So come on out, senior night, Parkview. Again, looking to go to 6-3. Been a while since we've had a record like that.
Yeah, I think 21 was the last time that we finished regular season 6-3, and and then before that, I don't know, but it's something for those seniors. They fought, they've worked. A lot of those guys have put in a lot of time and an effort, and the big step is you want to finish above 500. And keep building and leave a momentum for those kids going forward in the offseason and get those things to where they need to be. We'll lose a good group of kids. We're going to lose a lot of linemen and a lot of guys off that defense, but we're going to bring back a lot of skill guys. But, it's going to be one of those things where that's down the road. We got to be focused here and keep doing what we're doing and build off of everything we've done. And it's all been to get to next week, because that's really when your season starts. And I think our kids are in the right spot, right in headspace, and it's fun to play football when it gets cold and gets dark outside of it.
Definitely. So the district scene, we'll just jump on that, not looking too far ahead, but it is going to happen. So Jeff City, highest #1 seed. Yeah. They've got that locked in at 7-1 record. Their one loss was to Rockbridge in a double overtime. Yeah. It was a heck of a game. Cap City sitting at the #2 spot. They're not going to get caught. It looks like they're 6-2. Lebanon is third at 4-4. The advantage they have is they're playing in their larger school classification.
And they have Waynesville tomorrow night, so they're going to get that bonus point. So I mean, looking at the math, we're almost a point behind them. So we've got to. They'd have to lose for us to jump them, and that's kind of looking at those records and just past couple of years. That's going to be something tough to do. But we're sitting there at 4, and with Campton a full point behind us, so. It's one of those things where if we win, take care of business, we don't got to worry about the Purple Haze and Bob Shore Stadium and all those things that go with that. They got to come to Lions Memorial and deal with all the things that comes to going down 44 and coming to Rolla, Missouri.
And I love to hear that. Before we go, let's recognize some of our sponsors like we like to do. We have Angie Reese, MVP Apparel, does a great job keeping all the Bulldog fans and family in their gear, and as always, and he's not just a good neighbor, he's a great neighbor. I'm sure Dan appreciates told he's a great neighbor, knowing full well where he lives and hearing his neighbors talk. They also will tell you he's a good neighbor. Not a good neighbor, he's a great neighbor. Phelps County Bank, 100% employee owned, bankers by day, Bulldog fans by night. Go to mypcb.com, talk to them. We got Kobe Wands, the Wands Skills Academy. Again, 2-time All-State player, coaching out Sullivan, does an incredible job. Does an incredible job with the boys. Spent a lot of time training Ethan over the years, man. Just cannot recommend him enough. In Full Bloom, they're here tonight, helping provide some of the gift bags for the seniors. You'll see them a lot of senior night activities, college signings. You can see all of our stuff, weddings, any type of events they have it. And of course, we had the big lots, big dog of the week, Mason Delagarza, as I like to say. Thank you, Brian Clark, for that. Coach, final question. Favorite Halloween candy? I think we've been through this one before, but I want to make sure we got that down.
I would say the Kit Kat is probably where I go. I'm not a big candy guy, all that stuff, but I guess Kit Kat would probably be where it is. You know, back in the day, when I was growing up, you would go over to Oak Knoll and you go to the Bulls house and you get the Pepsi when they ran the Pepsi.
Yeah.
I just remember that when I was a little kid, that was the big thing. But you know, now as I've gotten older, you know, I've really quit drinking soda. Drew drinks enough soda for me and 3 other people, so I don't I don't drink soda anymore. But you know, the little bite-sized Kit Kat is probably the go-to Halloween candy.
Yeah, I like Kit Kats, Twix. I'm an Almond Joy. Most people don't like Almond Joy, so I love that. Those variety packs, I can always sneak those out.
That's yeah. I get the variety pack that I know it has stuff, or the Tootsie Roll lollipop. That's always a good one.
Yes,
That's
because there's nothing like getting to the center of that Tootsie Roll
yes.
Tootsie Pop, right? How many licks will take?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
All right.
There's going to be a lot of people that didn't get that one. That's a whole commercial.
And the kids at home watching to hear if they got talked about. What is he talking about? Just check out the owl. All right. So, Coach, good luck tomorrow night, senior night. Bulldog fans, come out early, show up. Senior night festivities, 6:25. Make sure you're in your seats, ready to go, cheering them on. 7 p.m.'s kickoff against the Parkview Vikings.
Yep.
So, Coach, let's bring home a win and have a great weekend, and we'll move into that next week.
Yes.
All right. So, for Coach Derick Heflin, I'm Tom Brown. And from inside the huddle to the heart of the game, we'll see you next time.